Good day, everyone. Dr. Kelsey here with the First Spiritualist Church of Alabama. And for some of you in Alabama in particular, you may not have a good understanding as to what we are all about. So, as I get started into this, which I certainly want to help you gain some understanding, there are several organizations that cover spiritualism, and spiritualism is not. Of course, it ties into spiritualist ties in with spirituality. We do not seek to over define, at least in my version and what I'm practicing. We do not seek to over define God or this energy life force that some would call, and I prefer to call, infinite intelligence. Is there some form of intelligence in the universe? The universe itself may be the intelligence. We are still learning. We are not at any level seeking to uh, define these things. You can be a spiritualist and also be a Catholic, a Methodist, a Baptist, an atheist, agnostic. Any of those things, it doesn't affect our practice of a spiritualist church. So there is, we believe, of course, we promote the advancement by educational means and the diffusion throughout the world of a knowledge of the source and philosophy of spiritualism or spiritism. A philosophy should be considered as recognizing the following four principles: the existence of a creative life force on Earth. Um, it can be called that organic soup that started it all here, or you may prefer to refer to it as a God. In our view, we recognize the God, God, is simply a title, it's not a name. So it's still left as part of an unknown, but there is a creative life force. So it's not totally unknown. Two, the existence of a spiritual link between all forms of life. Yes, definitely. We are connected throughout the universe. As Neil deGrasse Tyson would say, we're all stardust. This carbon is found throughout the universe and in all plant life and all animal life and the rocks and the dirt and so on and so forth. Three, survival of physical death by the individual spirit. Some would call it spirit, some would call it energy. What really changed me at this level was a few experiences in life. The most recent, which I covered in another broadcast, the miracle of this ring. And I'll talk about that from time to time. I'm not going to go into that again today, but that is a very convincing thing that happened to me, that something continues on after our existence here. For the communication between individual human spirits and different levels of life. Well, again, that in my part had a great deal to do with it. And for most of my life, I've been interested in spirits. I've been interested in ghosts and things of the other realm, even what we call UFOs and whatnot. What's out there? What are we connecting with? So it is an educational process. It's a growing process, but there's something there, and we, to the best of our ability, take advantage of that. Until our spiritual nature returns to the forefront and influences our social life on this planet, there can be little hope of peaceful brotherhood during our short stay on this earth. And it is very short. 70, 80, even 100 years is nothing in comparison to eternity. Unless we understand our spiritual nature, we'll achieve little progress towards the goal of human perfection. Not even saying that's totally possible, but shouldn't we strive forward? Life will be without purpose, and materialism will ultimately destroy the basis of social life. We're raping the earth. We're selling our souls to stuff. I've talked about this a lot. We have selling our souls to stuff. The majority of our existence on this short time we had on this planet is spent to buy a house, to buy cars, for stuff. You're not really living. A big part of what we're doing is to show that in Christianity, in my raising, would call this life the temporal state because it's temporary. And also, it would balance us. Knowing and communing with our ancestors is a very huge thing. A lot of different belief systems and traditions are connected with that. If you're a ghost hunter, if you are into the paranormal researches that say you are seeking with tools, with aids of spirit boxes, different meters and whatnot, even cat balls, you're seeking communication with deceased people, with dead people. Excuse me. So it's an educational process. It's a training of mediumship, healers and speakers, this organization that we are part of here, simply because I could set myself up and say, I am a medium. I speak and I communicate. I can give you messages from the dead. The point of all this is you can too. Our lives are so full of ambient energy, from cell phones to electricity to radio signals all around us constantly, lights and just distractions constantly, that you have that ability, but all this ambient noise around you blocks it from your perception. So we are not here with creeds or doctrines. We have basically one doctrine, and that is love. We're not here to judge. We are accepting of people, no matter what your sexuality, what your skin color, what any of those things. No human is perfect, and no perfection is expected. However, the desire to grow, the desire to come better, sorry, is important. So, welcome to the First Spiritualist Church of Alabama, opening up to this region of our planet where no such thing at this point exists outside of ghost hunters and psychics. And there is a difference between a psychic and a medium. A psychic is not speaking with the dead, they're reading things from an individual. A medium is also a psychic, but a psychic is not also a medium. So there you go. So this is the aim, this is our purpose of existence. And there's no doubt that we as a human race are connected with all of the life forms, not only here, but we're connected with the entire universe. And whatever energy lives on beyond us, we gather from that. There is story after story, and there's certainly valid proof. We do not object to people using things like tarot cards and so forth, but we don't find it necessary. We believe that the ability is here within you. So our website is, excuse me, I thought I created it right here. So it's fscofal.org, and I'll be posting things there on a regular basis for educational purposes. If you are in our area, I'm going to open up my living room once a week. Still organizing that, still getting it together. And at that point in time, if you want to join us for what we do, we will welcome you. But the address and times and whatnot will not be given until you contact. If I was inviting you into my house, I certainly would be doing a little bit of vetting to make sure of my safety and the safety of my property, clearly, okay? So you can also reach us, reach me at 888-501-6689. I'm free to give out the number and the website, and you can connect from there. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your attention today, and I wish you a very wonderful day. And I'm going to try to put something out every day. in hopes. So I'm going to leave you with this to share with you. Sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe deeply, exhale slowly. Acknowledge that there is a higher power, an infinite intelligence besides or beside you always. Every day, take a moment, a few moments out to practice this and to start opening yourself up and accepting that you are not alone, even when you think you're alone. This has been a big benefit to my life. And do this at least 3 times a day. I am truly not alone. I had my own experience. If you haven't heard the story, I will share it again, not right now. Knowing that I am truly not alone, and you aren't either. Love and peace, and we'll get together soon. Thank you so much.